Hello once again, my wonderful friends. It is time for more stories of the Neckbeard variety. I'm pretty sure somebody else says that, but I thought it was funny. Anyway, this is from Reddit user Pantheon Faye. A Tale of Cyrus, Part 2. Anything you can do, my parents can do it better. That's what it's called. Hello again, Lunar Troop. Thank you, Moonhorse and Songo, for the read and support from my last story. Well, you're very, very welcome. Songo is busy with work right now, but I'm here, and I'm sure she would be very happy too. Writing this really helps me cope with the things I've gone through, and I appreciate this getting out there to others who can look out for these kind of things. I want my experiences to at least save someone from this kind of relationship. That's a pretty noble cause, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure several others do as well. Anyway, time for the next installment of the Tales of Cyrus, Nice Guy in Disguise. Today's story revolves around the crushing of my dreams, my worth, and my ability to adult in comparison to this great, strong family. So feel free to refer to the last story for the description of the cast. It's still the same. Act 1. I feel we need to start this story off knowing that I used to love to bake. I wasn't the most amazing baker, but like anything, as you practice, you get better. I love seeing people eat my goods and watch their eyes light up and smile. It was very satisfying. I was even saving up money for a bakery. Well, Cyrus had a sweet tooth and told me all the time about how much he loved certain types of desserts and sweets when we would go anywhere. So I thought I'd be cute to make him a bunch of these sweets. I went to work, busted my ass making these cheesecakes and macaroons and putting them in a cute little container. Seriously, a container of these would go for a solid $30 at any professional bakery. So proudly I carried my gift into his house and sat it on the counter. And he comes over and opens it, and there was no reaction. You bake? Yeah, I've told you that multiple times now. I mean, they look nice and all, but... But what? I thought you said you like these. I do, but my mom's look nicer and taste better. Dude, what is wrong with you? You haven't even tried them yet. What, am I supposed to lie and say they're better than my mom's? I don't need to try them to know that. Mom's never even made whatever these things are, pointing to a macaroon. Wow. Dunmar ate one of the macaroons. Hey, this is not bad. No wonder you want to own a bakery. You want to own a bakery? My mom could probably give you a few tips. She's been making me cakes and stuff since I was little. She could probably teach you a lot. Dunmar just gives up and leaves at this point, done with his brother's shit, and I'm about ready to cry. No thank yous. He doesn't even try it. That little bitch probably only got his cereal milk from sucking at his mommy's tit, dude. Damn. Enter batshit right on cue. Oh, did you make something for Cyrus? How cute. She said this with the most condescending, sickeningly sweet tone I've ever heard. Yeah, Leora wants some tips to help her make stuff as good as yours, Mom. Hey, you give her a recipe or two so she can make some of your stuff? He turns to me all excited. I can't wait for you to make me some of my mom's stuff. Unfortunately, I can't give out any of my recipes. Once you're married, I'll be willing to part with one or two, but the right woman should be able to win you over with her own cooking. She looks at me as she says this, still smiling. Guess you need to keep trying, dear. Ugh. I felt like burning the house down with them inside of it. I don't blame you. After that, I didn't even want to bake anymore. I still really haven't done any baking since then. I was crushed by the lack of support. This was the start of a downward spiral of confusion that led me to a dead end when it came to my goals and dreams. Oh, jeez. Act 2. I was told by my doctors that I would have a very difficult time, if not impossible, time getting pregnant due to my endometriosis. This has never really come up in conversation at first because I would tend to forget about it as I really wasn't ready for kids at the time. Cyrus, however, was obsessed with having children. After about 3 months of talking, all he wanted to talk about was babies. He wanted 2, both boys, which he already had names and was non-negotiable. What the fuck? So after the second time he brought it up, I finally decided to tell him about the potential issue with his plan. Cyrus, I may not be able to even have kids. Doctors have told me that I would likely struggle to get pregnant and stay pregnant with the issue that I have.
Oh, well, they can fix it, right? Can't they just give you a shot and cure it or something?
It doesn't work that way.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure something out. I can't have the most important part of my future wife not working.
Oh, just when I thought I couldn't hate this kid more.
Plus, you don't want my mom getting upset, do you? She has dreams of being a grandma, you know.
I can't wave a wand and make this go away, Cyrus.
Oh, regardless, you're almost perfect. I love you, and I'm sure there are ways around it. We won't mention it to my mom because she'll flip.
My worth was measured by the operational functions of my uterus, and it wounded me to my core. Yeah, I'm not even a woman, and I'm pissed off about that. Fuck this guy. Seriously, fuck this guy. He assumed I could just fix it by some medical procedure. Cyrus was so out of touch with the real world that he had no idea that not everything could be fixed by just going to the doctor. On a good note, I went back and got an exam done this year and found out that the severity was misdiagnosed. I should have relative ease getting pregnant with little fear of losing the pregnancy. Oh, well, that's great. Congratulations. Act 3. I've been working since I was 15. Started in food services. Once I graduated, I moved to the area I live in now and busted my ass in a warehouse for a few years. And for those of you who don't know about warehouse work, the hours are long, the workload is heavy, and usually very fast-paced, and you are at the mercy of the elements. It's hard work, but it pays pretty good. Cyrus finally got his first job at 23 years old. The only reason he got one was because Orlando, his father, was tired of transferring money into his account. Oh yeah, fun fact. Cyrus's parents had access to his bank account and took care of all of his transfers for him at 23 to 24 years old, and they watched what he bought while he was out and about. That's pretty weird. Anyway, Cyrus's first job was at a pizza joint. His job was to seat people at tables and answer the phone for $5 an hour, 3 days a week. And the bitching that ensued was relentless. The following conversation was after his first full week.
Oh, jeez, I'm tired. That was like a madhouse in there today. I feel like my feet are gonna fall off.
Oh, it's gonna be alright. I know how you feel.
How? You used to get to stand and pack boxes all day. Your job is so easy. Customers are so mean to me. My boss hates me and treats me like dirt.
I worked 4 12-hour days unloading trucks. He just never listened to a word I said. I'm still trying to be supportive, though. Well, what's going on? Just talk to me about it.
It treats me like I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I went to college, so I think I know how to seat people. I went to seat a bunch of people, and they got upset because it was dirty.
I see. Did you clean the table?
No, that's not my job. So I told the people they just have to wait till the table was clean.
Did you seat them at a different table?
Well, no. You just don't understand how it works. I should make more money putting up with this crap. I deserve more.
This fucking guy. So after a long summer, he left the pizza place and went back to school, graduated college, and came home to work at his father's company. No experience in his field, no interview, went straight into a full-time work with benefits and all the vacation he could ever want. Want to know what he got to do with his new marketing and design job? For $24 an hour, he got to make postcards for the company. That long pause was the sound of Moonhorse dying a little inside. So when I started looking for my fourth job ever in my entire life, he and his parents sat me down at their table for a talk. Laura, we're really worried about your behavior lately. What?
Well, Cyrus told us that you're looking for a new job. What's this, number 4?
Yeah, the first 2 are in my old hometown when I was 15. Why is my moving here being held against me?
It's just a serious red flag for our boy. Jumping jobs could indicate a lack of commitment on your part.
I don't want to be worrying about your job when I have my own to focus on. I worked really hard to get this job, and I don't want to screw it up worrying about your jumping around like...
We just want what's best for our baby, and like parents would, and we don't want you running around like a cheap job whore. A cheap job whore? Is that even really a thing? Fucking what? And since it doesn't look like you're going back to school anytime soon, we just want to be here to help you through these dark times. I actually just got up and left. I didn't even know what to say at that point. What do you even say? If you see any signs of this kind of behavior in your life, dude, just run. Run away from it as far as you can. I don't care how much you're convinced yourself that you love this person or what they've done to you. Just get the hell out of there. Thanks again to Moonhorse if he reads this.
And I just did.
You're awesome, and so is this community. Oh, you guys are awesome. You hear that? I love you. I'll probably make 1 or 2 more of these regarding the cringiest stuff that he did and the amazing breakup that ensued. Have an amazing day. I look forward to these next installments, and the incredible amount of entitlement and insanity behind this kid's behavior is just fucking insane. And I keep saying kid. I know he's like in his 20s. Doesn't matter. You behave like this, you're a child. He's a child. He's a crazy child, but he's a child. He has no plans of growing up. And I guess with the way his parents have facilitated him, I suppose he never will. Don't know what he's going to do whenever he's left in charge of that company. Of course, maybe he won't be, and maybe his brother will, and maybe his brother's got a little bit more of a head on his shoulder, so this kind of shit won't happen all the time. I look forward to the rest of your stories, though. Oh boy. This is a fucking crazy one. And seriously, you enjoyed baking. Feel free to start back whenever you're ready. I think you should be able to do the things that you love no matter what. So, on that note, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this and would like to send in your own stories, you can do that by going to r/MoonhorseStories and sending them there. And if you'd like to keep the lights on in this place so we can keep doing this kind of thing, you can do that by donating to Patreon, or you could buy stuff from the merch store, or you can do both if you're like, super awesome. Super awesome! You totally could. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, I love you. Goodbye.